Hey, did you know there's more than 3 ways to play as Veeronica in Forsaken? Well, if you didn't, today I'll teach you with an entire guide and the best one for Veeronica in Forsaken. Stay with me to the end and learn everything about her. Ready or not? Let's start. First, we need to talk about her passives. Veeronica passives into Forsaken are just Metal Frame. This passive basically doesn't allow her to use any healing items, including medkits, elite pizzas, or building and dispensers. Her rechargeable battery is her only source of healing, and the effects are as follows. The battery heals up to 50 HP at 100 battery charge, start each round with 50% charge, and completing a generator puzzle restores 8% battery per puzzle. So well, this is a big disadvantage for Veeronica, but you need to think also that she also has a healing skill which you can use even running from the killer, so that's very OP actually. You don't get basically any slowness for using it, so that's a good and a bad point you need to think about her. Now let's begin with the skills finally. Her first skill is called Vandalism. You already know it, of course. Veeronica can equip or unequip her spray paint, allowing her to spray graffiti onto a wall by left clicking and holding. The effects are as follows. Take 5 seconds to complete one piece of graffiti. A completed graffiti area enables to use the skating and can place up to 3 pieces of graffiti at once in the map. You cannot put more than that, but the graffiti eraser, Veeronica can erase her own graffiti by holding spacebar near it with a spray can equipped. Her graffiti has plenty of health and can be erased by the killer if he wants to kill it. If any graffiti is erased by the killer, Vandalism goes on cooldown for 8 seconds, so you're going to see when it happens because your skill is just going to pop up as a cooldown anywhere on the map. Now for her second skill is called SK8, or you can just say skating, of course. So well, Veeronica can only use skating while standing inside of a graffiti zone, just as we talked before. The effects are: moves at 1.15 times running speed while skating, consumes 1.25 times more stamina than regular sprinting, and has very limited turning control while skating. So you're probably going to, well, take a lot of damage, and that's why crashing into a wall or the killer deals 5 of self damage, so that's very annoying actually, and applies slowness for 2.5 seconds upon crashing onto something. And yeah, you're going to be really annoyed if you crash on something, just as I did. And by the cancellation, you can cancel the skating at any time by recasting the ability simply, and if stamina runs out, the skating ends immediately. And also, for skating, you can use a trick. Yeah, when approaching a collidable surface, Veeronica will glow and can perform a trick by pressing spacebar to rebound off it. The effects are: restore 5 stamina and provides a speed boost while in the air. Performing 3 tricks in a row charges Veeronica battery by 5%, and attempting a trick on nothing still puts tricks on cooldown. So maybe you didn't know, but yeah, you can use skating in 2 ways differently, and that's very good for her. And now for the third and one of the most important skills are broadcast. Veeronica can switch between the 3 skating channels, each affecting her movement and interactions differently. These effects cannot be switched during skating. Well, the first phase is called phase. Yeah, upon colliding with a killer on this phase, you're going to gain resistance 1 for 2 seconds and speed 4 for 2 seconds. Phase through the killer and phasing charges Veeronica battery by 15%, can only be used once per skating. Also, rebounds off walls instead of crashing, though it still deals 5 self damage. For the second phase, called bumper. Upon crashing into a killer, you're going to knock the killer back, charge Veeronica battery by 15%, and also does not self damage. So well, that's very good if you're a bad skater or you're just on mobile, you cannot turn your camera by the other side. And skating ends immediately if she crashes into the killer, and if the killer has been hit by a bumper in the last 10 seconds, the knockback will not occur. And for the last phase, called mobile, tricks increase turn control lasts 1 second after landing. And well, you can see mobile is the worst one, so don't even think about using it. Just use bumper or phase, which are the best one. And now for her last skill is called Activate Battery. This is probably the second best skill for her, because Veeronica begins slowly healing herself using her battery. Healing stops if maximum health is reached, battery charge runs out, or Veeronica takes damage. But you need to know some extras about this skill right here, because well, damage over time effects such as bleed cancel the ability, hemorrhage made by grass can end the ability early or prevent it entirely, healing occurs at 1 HP per second, which is a little bad, and while the battery is in use, gaining energy from other sources do not increase its charge. Well, that's a bit tricky, but that's also very good, just as the light can heal himself. You can think about it yourself. And that's the end of this amazing guide for Veeronica. I really hope this video could be helpful for everyone to understand how she works. I myself included couldn't understand how to play as Veeronica properly before making this video. Thank you very much for watching, like and sub if you liked it, and I see you on the next guide.